Boom, guys, we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today we have a special rider here. She don't ride just one wheel, she rides AUC. She has the boyfriend who rides very well. That is a good team. And I like to present one rider that is out there, and she's going to tell us a little more about the story from her. And of course, if you are out there, just come and enjoy and leave your message. Kaira, how are you?
I'm so good. It's nice to be here.
Nice to have you here. First of all, like always, I make this question for you is how do you start with this sport? Do you start directly electric or you have another background? Do you start with skateboards? What is your beginning of sporting?
So, I came from a totally different world. I used to be a whitewater kayaker and I taught for several years. That was my passion. I did it since I was a little kid. Unfortunately, I hurt my shoulder on a canoe
Uh-huh.
trip a couple years ago. So, I had to switch methods. I had to find something new to keep me excited, keep me out there. So my boyfriend got into one wheeling, and once I moved down into the city, I decided to jump on one, and I've been doing it ever since.
Is something that you the first time that you tried, what was the first PV, the first electric that you tried?
It would have been a pint, so one wheel pint in a
Okay.
backyard on some grass, and yeah, I started commuting on it. Like after about a week, once I got comfortable, I was commuting to and from work.
Is something that you when you try was difficult for you or was easy? How can
When
you
I first
describe it?
Yeah, when I first jumped on a one wheel, I immediately did what everybody does and just all shaky. And I was like, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, how does anybody balance on this thing? Like, you make it look so easy. But it didn't take too long. I'd say probably 3 days before I felt confident enough to try it on a road. And then once you go from grass to pavement, it's so much easier.
I believe you, and I know that where you live is more riders who ride any PVs, or was just you and your boyfriend in the beginning?
I'd say like so where we're from a very like small town in the middle of the woods up near like
Hmm.
Algonquin Park here in Ontario. So up there was nobody. We had a friend in Ottawa who got a one wheel, and that's kind of what got him into it. So we knew a
Hmm.
couple people, but didn't have anybody close. And then once we moved into this area where we are now, like Oshawa, Bowmanville, the GTA, we've slowly found a community. But at first, it was just me and him.
Oh, that is nice. The beginning
Yeah.
is always, but today seeing you like you now, uh, can you describe it now? Knowing new people was something that you was expecting that you to find so many riders and so many people, or was something like very new for you?
I had no idea there was such a huge, wonderful one wheel community. I had no idea about all the events in the US and even like that. But I,
Hello.
I, I certainly didn't. Hi, Paige. I certainly didn't expect to find like the amount of people I have. There's still definitely not enough female one wheel riders. I have yet to ride. I think I've rode with one female one wheeler ever.
Hmm.
Um, but there's lots of guys out here, and I love them. My group, Electric Trash Pandas.
That's
I
what I see you. Then we're going to talk about that for us to know a
yes,
little more about
uh,
this group.
they're amazing. So I've yeah, definitely more people than I expected, and I can't wait to branch out and go to some US events eventually too, and really meet everyone.
And I think that is important for everybody's out there. Uh, uh, if you just for everybody's coming, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and we're going to try to answer if we don't already answer. So, having this experience, I see that you have some videos with Paige. Is someone that you ride together too?
Yeah, so she's really the reason I do EUC. I started riding with her a little bit last year. She works really close to where I live, so I pop in there and hang out with her all the time. And then I needed people to ride with. She rides EUCs. I've always wanted to try them, and she gave me that opportunity. And now we go out fairly often. Whenever the weather and schedules align, we get out there. I'm trying to get
Yeah.
her on the one wheels too.
Is something for you today as a rider. I see that you ride a lot with the one wheel. Now I'm seeing you doing lots of stuff with the AUC. What? How can you describe the difference between the two of them for anyone is out there and is maybe asking themselves, uh, what's the difference?
Yeah. So I kind of compare it to like snowboarding versus skiing, where one's easier to learn and harder to master, and one's a little bit easier to jump on, but then it's harder to really get those moves down. So the one wheel, because it's self balancing the way it does, I find it's a nice, like it might be easier to start on because you can just stand on it and go from
Hmm.
there. The EUC, it takes a little bit more finesse to get going, but once you
Hmm.
do, especially a suspension wheel, it just goes over everything like butter. It's amazing. Like I have to work for everything on my one wheel. Every little movement, I have to think about it and I have to adjust. The EUCs, especially the big ones, they just go. It's incredible. So I like it. Being on the EUCs now has transferred some confidence over to one wheel. So I really like that.
Do you think you have a space for the two of them? Is two loves different loves, or you are changing?
I will never leave one wheel, that's for sure. And I'm really, really enjoying the EUC and maybe getting into some like jumping this year and hopefully getting onto a track within the next couple of years and seeing how I like that. But one wheel, like the freestyle is just becoming like a more of a big thing, like popularized thing with one wheels, and I've been really practicing a lot of tricks and focusing on that the last like year. So I think freestyle one wheel is kind of where my heart is, and then I am just gonna go wherever EUC takes me.
Do you think how can I put it? Today was talking in private, the three of us, your boyfriend and uh, 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 do you think now with the Vesk is a big change for the world of one wheeling?
Uh, yeah, definitely. It depends like where exactly or like what you're talking about exactly, because for racing and stuff like the actual leagues and stuff like that, like ORL, they still have some rules, like you have to be on like a GT or GTS. Now it's all GTS. um
Hmm.
but in the smaller events and stuff like that, you kind of have to have a higher voltage board with some more speed and power behind you to do well. So it's interesting. I don't get into Vesk too much myself. I'm going to. I think I'm going to start building an XR Vesk with my boyfriend.
Hmm.
Um, that's kind of been on the back burner for a while. Um, but I just read stock. I'm interested to see where Vesk takes us and Vesk in EUCs as well. I've just learned about this, and that's really interesting.
uh, uh, Putting this way, what you prefer when you ride a one wheel or a AUC, what is your type of what you like to do? You are more a person that maybe is trying to race, or you are more a person tricks, freestyling. What is your preference?
Um, I'd say like I do a lot more tricks and freestyle. I spend a lot more time on that, but I am hoping to do like my first official one wheel race in July, and I've done one off road race before, and I really do like racing too. Um,
Oh.
so I think that's something I want to get into more. but I still do really love where freestyle is going right now, and I'm hoping to
Hmm.
get into more freestyle competitions as well. So if I can do it all, I will. We'll
I
see.
hope so. I think that is very good for everybody to have more ladies having the opportunity and to learn with other riders that this sport is not made just for men. This sport is made for all of us. And if you are another one riding, maybe we will see more ladies and kids, because I think the kids is, I'm always pushing for ladies and kids, because I think they are the future, the kids and the ladies, of course. They're going to support and show that there's always a place for everybody. And I already ride with lots of ladies and they are better than me. and and I see they are not afraid. And I look to your videos and I look how you show yourself to train, how you test yourself. How many times do you use your AUCs or the one wheels?
Say that again, sorry.
How many times do you use in a week the or training or because you are a person, when we're going to go to your Instagram, there is lots of good videos for you to training. There is lots of things that you fall, of course, but that is the good thing. If we're going to go like here, I just recommend, I'm going to leave the link from the Facebook and the Instagram, and you
Yeah.
just see that is just in the beginning some pictures, but we have some rails, and let me put here for you, for everybody's coming or to see. Uh, there is lots of videos testing, and how do you work? You and your boyfriend, you for yourself, you see some videos and you say, I want to do that, and you try it. How that everything works for you?
Okay, well, first of all, I think I'm on my board every day the weather allows it around here
Uh-huh.
in Ontario, Canada. We got everything every day. So if it's not too wet, I'm out there. Sometimes if it is too wet, I do stuff inside. Um, but I kind of just like I think a lot of it does come from watching like other female riders, especially. There's a couple of people right now like Jamie Shreds and Ali
Mhm.
Eves and all of them. They're fucking sorry for my
No, no,
language.
you can. No, no,
They're
don't worry. Relax. You can speak. You are free to speak. This is
um,
not first. This is not monetized. This is free. That is rises for riders. Be free, like I told you. We are having a nice talk, the two of us. Don't be. We are just enjoying. Please.
thank you. Yeah, I watch a lot of these girls out here freaking killing it, and like those moves right there, that's coming from Kayla Love.
Hmm.
She is amazing. So I do like I'll see these reels pop up, and I'm like, all right, let's go give that a try. There's been stuff like a lot of the moves I do I've been working on for a long time, and I just keep trying to get them smoother. Um, and then recently I'm getting into more like rail slides and some bigger tricks, some bigger drops, some big bonks, stuff like that. So yeah.
I just say the way you do so much stuff, and I think you are so in love, first of all, with the world of one wheel. I
Yes.
think you have today AUC, but when the people who try the one wheel is a love that is very difficult for us to say goodbye or to say I'm going to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I ride with my friends and they say, Nelson, you have a AUC, why you go to the one wheel? I just say, just go for a ride and you're going to see it. Last time I was riding with a friend for me, and he's a guy with AUC, and he was riding with me, and I say, I never imagined that the one wheel can go so fast and the one wheel can do this and that. And I say, yeah, that
Yeah.
is not the one wheel. That's what you are seeing is the machines from before. Today we have lots of evolution from future motion. GTS is there. Then you have the Vesks, and they are updating every day. And sometimes the people maybe they don't know, or maybe they are not waiting to see how powerful is a one wheel.
Mm.
You know what I mean? and
Yeah,
they
people
look.
are always shocked.
Uh-huh. How the people react where you live? That you are like in a small place. How is the people reacting from the first time you try it? Was
Um,
easy? Was
there's definitely been like over the last few years since I've learned, there's been a bit of like you can watch the popularity grow. So when I first started riding down here, like commuting back and forth to work, every time I was out, I knew I was gonna get yelled at. People ask me what was it. Like every kid is like mind blown. And now, like pretty often, I'll be out and about and I'll have somebody yell like, "Oh, it's a one wheel!" Or like "one wheel gang," and people know what it is now. It's
do you
awesome.
think do you think that is the big problem from the world is sometimes the people are afraid to test new things, and when they see something new, they think that is like a monster, so or something from the
Yeah.
other world.
Well, definitely futuristic. Everybody has to ask like how it all works, and like anytime you just lean and start going forward, everybody's like, "Whoa." Um, it's
They
interesting
look to
around
us.
here.
Never happened to you that they look to us like this is crazy people.
Oh, all the time, constantly. I don't know how you do that. I'd fall on my face every day I'm out probably. I'm like, no, you'd be surprised. I love getting people on it. I always offer, like, you get on it right now. I guarantee you can stand on it and probably get a couple feet. And I
That
love
is good.
taking people on it.
That is good for you to give the opportunity, because I
Oh,
know lots of
yeah.
riders they are afraid to give that opportunity. I think it's nice for you to give it. That way they can test it and they can take this. How can I put it? This monster they creating the head from them. That evolution is there, and we cannot know that we cannot use it. That is bad. That is crazy. That is the devil. uh,
Exactly.
I think we have to show to the world that we are we are in evolution, and we have to try the new stuff there. I
Mhm.
remember myself when I see the first time the AUC, I was like, "These guys from China, they are crazy. They create so much crazy stuff. I don't know. That is never going to work." And today I'm a guy who rides all the time.
Yep. Exactly. And all the
That was
armor and everything. Holy crap. It's
talking
just
about that. What do you use as protections normally, and then do you have when you go for big rides? What is the difference of styles that you have protection? Because I think is something that we have to today to take care because of the speeds is totally different.
Oh yeah. When I first started, I will admit I was one of those people who did not wear very much gear, especially as a one wheeler. Yeah, it's like it's not quite as intense as like the EUC world. Everybody's super geared up. We're a little bit more chill in the EUC world or in the one wheel world. So when I first started, I got a helmet pretty quick. I did my best wearing that. I've like been hit by a couple cars going to and from work, unfortunately. No big injuries. But you know, your basic stuff, a helmet, some knee pads. And now I finally like now when I go out I have my elbow pads, I've got my wrist guards, I've got my like Leah my nice knee pads, my shin pads. I got a full face helmet now that I have an EUC too, especially when I try the bigger wheels when I'm out with friends. Um, yeah, if I'm just like, I'll be honest, if I'm just going to the store or something, I'm not putting much gear on. I almost always have wrist guards on because I know I'm going to be able to break my fall and be able to
Mhm.
use my hands still. And then if I'm going out on a ride and I'm going in the woods and off roading and stuff, I'll gear up. I'll put everything on. I'm like
Do
getting
you,
chest protectors and everything now. So
do you think is important for us today to gear up? Do you have any bad fall, or was always easy for you till now?
um, Oh, I've had many falls. Currently, I can't even use my hand for much because I fell. So lots and lots of falls. I wouldn't say like anything catastrophic. I haven't broken anything or dislocated
Hmm.
anything, knock on wood. But I'm always bruised up, especially trick riding. My legs are just a mess always. So I have invested in some more like padding and stuff like that for my legs, especially. But
I think it's important. I think today, like you are a lady who likes to make tricks and lots of stuff. Of course, that's consequence. We know that.
mhm.
But if we don't try, we're never going to. Uh, is like here, just seeing here, you testing and testing and testing and doing. That is
Yep.
something that how can you say to the riders, ladies who are out there who maybe they are asking themselves, uh, how many times do you have to try it? Do you think that is something that we need to try and try and try?
There's a little bit of luck involved, I'd say, but it is just a lot of repetitive motions. I am a big fan of breaking things down for myself, really visualizing step by step where my body parts need to be. And then I can walk myself through it in my head and kind of slow it down once you get more comfortable. And then you get consistency too. If you break it down like that, you know the steps now. But oh, I'm trying everything hundreds and hundreds of times, and I'll continue to. Like, it's never like you get something and you're done. You got it locked away. You got to keep doing it and keep getting it better and better. So,
And you seeing yourself riding like we are seeing now here, you seeing you riding like a GT, and then if you try the vest from your friend,
hmm.
do you notice a difference for you, or is a big change? You are a big fan of the GT style or more the old style of XR, a little smaller, the classic, of course.
Hmm. Good question.
I like
They
more
all
the
have
classic.
Yeah, they all have their places. Like if I'm doing tricks and stuff, I really want my GT. I'm also just
Hmm.
so used to it, so comfortable with it. I like the height. I like the
Hmm.
stability. I have like a big tire on there. Like it's really
Oh,
nice. If
Paige.
I was yeah. That was our first ride in Toronto. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. We
that,
both stay
that's
out of the busy areas. We took a risk that day. It was great. Um yeah,
yeah.
if
We
I
are
was like
talking.
racing, I'd do Vesk. And going forward, I do want to build like a smaller trick wheel, but I freaking love my GT. Like I trust her. I love her.
Do you
So
have a name for her?
Olive.
Yeah, you see, everyone has a name. Nobody likes to tell, but everybody has a name. And
She's
when you
not
ask
green
to,
anymore, but that's
yeah, but you know
okay.
that there's lots of people say, no, I don't give no name. But in end, everybody has a name. For
Yeah.
is precious. So,
Yes.
seeing this, we are going to go to something that you are wearing right now. Tell us a little about
Yeah.
this story for everybody who is out there to understand a
Awesome.
little more.
All right, so ETP, Electric Trash Pandas, they're a group out here in the GTA. I'd say they're based out of like Mississauga, but we do some stuff up in our area as well here in Oshawa. And it's just a group of amazing, awesome dudes out there wanting to get, like, we just want to get out. We just want to ride our wheels and support each other, and they have group rides like 3 times a week right now. We have
Whoa, nice, huh?
yeah, like trick sessions and stuff like that. One of the guys in the group has a really amazing backyard that he has built up. So we go there and we have a fire and we practice tricks, and it's just awesome.
Yeah,
And
that
they're
is
starting
very.
to sponsor like some events and stuff too.
Hmm.
So there's the Quebec Games coming up in July. They're involved in that and starting to get the name out there a little bit more.
Do
But
you seeing more people interesting?
Yeah, there's been some like we slowly just collect people. As people get into one wheel around
Okay.
here, they find us and we bring them in, and it just adds another great vibe to the group. Like always expanding.
Do you
So
think that was a good idea for you to bring the community more together and to grow as community too?
I think so. I think it's really awesome that there is just a group out there in Canada, because again we're struggling out here. Like it's growing, but I want more.
The-
So it's just I like these guys need to get their girlfriends and their daughters, involved. Uh,
That's why you are here. That's why
exactly.
you are here to show to that these ladies and the kids that we are. This sport is beautiful for them to try it, uh,
Yes.
and that is the good thing for the people to come to this group. What is the best way for them to reach to you guys?
Ooh, I'd say reach out like on social media, like Instagram probably, and then we have like Telegram chats and stuff
Hmm.
like that you can be added to, and yeah, there's a decent group. Like I think like yesterday or the day before I saw somebody
Hmm.
new. Somebody found somebody out on a ride and was like, "Do you know the group?" And they're like, "Nope," and now they're in it. So it's pretty easy. Just gotta
How is
reach
the
out.
law? How is the laws in Canada for the PVs? Is easy or how that works? Because I already talked with lots of riders from Canada, and it's not so easy. Tell us a little. How is the rules and everything in Canada for everybody's out
Well,
there?
personally, I haven't looked into the UC stuff too much yet. I don't take my wheel places really. I only have a small one. It doesn't have too much range, anyways.
Hmm.
But one wheel, personally, I haven't had any issues. Like I ride in the bike lanes. I ride on the sidewalk if there's nowhere else to be. Um, and I take my board in places. I take it on the train. I take it on the bus. Like I've never had any issues. I think around here we fall under like scooter laws, so I can be on the sidewalk and the bike paths technically. And yeah, I'm just going until somebody says otherwise. I don't know. I'm safe. I'm respectful. I haven't run into
Yeah,
any
you
issues.
just want to have fun and have
Yeah.
a good time and have a nice ride. I think that is one of the important things. When you guys goes for rides with the other people in Canada, how is the reaction? Because you are telling that is Canada not so much. I've seen lots of good rides and good group rides in Canada, and
Hmm.
very big too.
Yes, in
And
Toronto there are
you
some big
you
ones.
cannot forget there is lots of good companies now. Today is not anymore there, but like Lacroix boards was from Canada, and
Oh,
today is changed, but it was maybe the Ferrari from skateboards.
okay.
Yes, was from Alex, a guy from Canada, and Lacroix was like the god of electro skateboards,
Oh,
and was, I think, a big push for the Canadian skaters, electro skaters in Canada, because was a big machine there, and was a beast. I have two of them. So when you ride, or when the people come to the rides from you, is any thing that you say you have to do it when you come to the ride, or is everything free? Do you have anything like you have to wear a helm, or do you need anything, or everybody is free to do whatever they want?
for like the ETP group rides and stuff, like which are those are pretty much the only group rides I
Hmm.
join in on. We are very chill. We
Hmm.
would probably prefer if everybody wears a helmet just so that we look good and we represent well when we're out there in public. But everybody does their own thing. And again, like we have a really good group of people. Like I trust everybody to represent properly. So
Yeah, I think it's very important for the people out there, but and I think everybody's grow enough, is adult enough to respond and see what he's doing right or wrong. And I'm just telling this because I always speak from me. I come from I live in a country that is illegal to ride. We
Hmm.
don't have no access to the roads, and if we are catch, we lose our freedom. Our freedom is already away. If they catch us, they take the machine. We have to pay a big fine, and I would not love to see you guys losing that freedom that you have. That's why if you have the chance to go for a nice ride, enjoy it, have a good time. Don't destroy. The other persons are already like you, already for a couple of years enjoying and having so much fun and bringing when you guys go for a group ride, just for me to put it, because I want to put this, because if the people want to visit you guys, that way they know where they are going to be. If there is any persons who like to come to the rides and they are not the faster riders, do you are stops and wait for other riders? How that works for the people who comes to know how you guys work with the events and the rides.
Yeah, no, we are super, super like aware and accepting of everybody's skill levels. Like when I first started, I definitely wasn't very fast. My first group ride I can think back to, like I couldn't even corner at speeds, so I was very slow. And we usually have people on some lower or some older boards too. Like there might be an XR out there, so we got to take it easy anyways. And we always like there's somebody up front leading the way, and we all just kind of trail along and do our thing. And then at any like intersection, crossroads, we all gather up and make sure we're all there before we go on to the next stage. So I've never felt like pressured to keep up or to try certain things or make a certain move. Like it's super super nice that way.
I think too. I think, and for now, coming back to you, uh, as a one wheeler, we're going to talk. We're going to start with the one wheel. Do you ever try skateboarding or just one wheeling and AUC?
This is my first ever board sport. I've never been on anything else. I always wanted, well, that's not true. I've tried snowboarding once and I fell and stayed on my face and slid all the way down the hill. So I'm not historically very good at board sports. Um,
But
yeah,
then I'm going to put you like this for me to help you. You are a person that you like your one wheel. We're going to start with the one wheel. You like your one wheel standard, or you have changed anything in your one wheel, like tires or
oh,
anything?
yeah. Since I got my one wheel, my GT specifically, I've upgraded a couple things. Mainly the tire. Got a nice tire on there for like off roading and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, recently it's got a bit of a makeover. Actually, I put just the basics, new rail guards,
Oh,
fender
you find
deletes.
my ride.
Yeah,
Yeah,
making
you
it
have to
look
do
all
it.
nice. Yeah. Uh, um,
Uh,
but nothing big. No
mhm.
big changes. Yeah.
For you Canadians, is very expensive to first of all to receive parts, and very expensive to buy them. And how is for you Canadians to have like a GT? How much do you have to pay more than the normal, like a guy in USA?
Yep. Pretty much. You look at the price and you double it. That's unfortunately the reality of it right now. So
Wow,
it's pretty crazy.
it's like in
I
Europe.
Yeah, if I'm finding a part, I'm going to my group, my Telegram chats, my Facebook Marketplace, and I'm seeing what's out there and trying to make a deal some way,
Yeah,
or at least
it's the
like
same like us.
yeah, a lot of people around here too. Like if somebody's putting in an order, a lot of people will jump in on it just to save on shipping and get a little bit of a deal, just to make it a little bit nicer because it's crazy. It's pretty like it's pretty heartbreaking sometimes. You gotta wait for the deals and just hope things are in stock and the things you want come in stock and now they're double the price again, and
And then when you have a problem, you have to send it to USA always.
yeah. Luckily,
Till
I
the
have
day, you don't
to.
have no problem. Is everything good?
Everything's been good. I've had one issue with my board giving me heat warnings when it wasn't needed. But since the update and pulling it apart and looking at it, I've avoided any real issues so far.
That is the good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to come to the other part. Do you have any type of grip tape that you use, or use just the original one?
I just use the original one. I've experimented with gripples and stuff as well. I find they hurt my feet because I wear really like thin shoes. So after a long ride, I can feel them digging into my soles. Yeah, I just use the regular stuff, especially now that I'm doing tricks. I shift around on my board so much. I'm always moving my feet around, so it's kind of nice not to have anything too intense.
Yeah, that is good. Then we're going to go to the AUC world. I'm going to show you something here, another video here. Tell us a little more what you love. Just seeing this video, you are trying, and is something that you like a lot. Is this balancing thing that you? I see that you ride with the outside of your feet from the. Is something that you are training now a lot.
I am. Yeah, one because I just have this UC right now. I don't have
Hmm.
a big one or anything, so I can't go very far. I can't go very fast, but it's perfect for tricks. Like it is a perfect trick wheel for UC. So I've been watching videos and trying everything. Honestly,
I was watching today the videos, and I was like, he's always. How
yeah.
many times do you hurt your feet for testing and testing
Oh my gosh! Like right
your
now,
knees and everything?
my my legs right now are blue and black and green and raised, and I got hematomas on my ankles. It's crazy. I don't give myself enough time to heal before I go back out, so it's kind of an always.
Then I'm going to put another question: is for you, what is your style of riding when you ride? Do you prefer off-road, street, or both of them?
I like both. I will say I don't want to be like in the city. I don't. I like avoiding people if I can for
Hmm.
everybody's sake. So if I can be off road, like the video on screen right now, those trails, that's probably one of my favorite places I can be. Um, and with EUC, I really haven't like been on a road on a big wheel yet. It's been all off road in like sand and stuff, which I just find more comforting for a fall. Uh, so yeah, a nice bike path, love it. But in the woods is where I prefer for sure.
So I'm going to tell something. I don't know if you guys know, but I listen. There is a bird who passed here and told me that we may be going to have in a very close future maybe a new machine from the future motion. Uh,
Ooh.
is something that we listened yesterday from Jack in other interview, and I think is something that maybe we're going to see in a very short. Uh, I hope that is going to be something good. I hope that is something that I understand right. Do you think the VESC has changed, has push for the future motion to create better machines and better and update? We have today the classic again there because lots of people ask why the XR is away, and because lots of people likes the XR. When we have the XR again there, of course, with another motor and some updates. Do you think that is something that we're going to see because of the VESC more and more updates from Future Motion?
I would assume so. Like I don't see how it couldn't affect them. They're gonna have to. Again with like the ORL and stuff like that, it's not gonna affect it a ton, but they have other classes that are open still. So if they want to stay like comparable, then yeah, they're gonna have to, which I think is great. I think they're just
Mhm.
gonna keep pushing each other, and I can't
That is a
wait.
good thing for all of us, right?
Yeah,
As riders, of course, is from one side is good for us, but for the other side, we have to take care of our economies because it's just ching ching.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
talking with some rider that works in FM, and he was telling Nelson, why don't you have a GTS? And I say, okay, I'm going to send you something, and I send him with a tax and everything. How will going to cost to me? And he say, man, now I understand you. Now I understand why Vesk is so growing so much
Yeah.
because it's like you buying two one wheels in USA.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah.
the two, yeah, it's like crazy. Yeah, and I said, now you understand. Uh, for you that you are going in, you are going in lots of directions, and I think that is beautiful because you are not doing just freestyle. You are a person who wants to try racing. Uh, do you think that is a good thing for other kids and ladies when they come to this sport to try to do both balance, first of all, to learn the to have the trust in a machine, and then later on can go easier on the tracks and maybe racing?
I definitely think, at least with one wheel, like it helps a lot. The last like winter, I really spent almost every day out in the snow practicing tricks so that I could keep myself up and get more comfortable on my board. So that this year I can be a little bit faster, and I am a lot faster than I was last year already. Just with tricks, like I haven't practiced a bunch on a track or off-roading, trying to set times. I've only done it a couple times this season, and I can feel and see the difference. So yeah, just getting in tune with your board, getting like doing all those tricks, you really find the limits of what you can balance, what you can recover from, and then you transfer that to a trail. And like stuff like bonking and stuff like that, like you kind of need it for off-roading. Instead of going around every obstacle like I had to before, I
Hmm.
now know how to get myself over things and actually keep that speed up and even increase some speed if you get the right move at the right time. So,
Do you like to see, or maybe I'm going to put in two questions in the same. Do you like to see in the future some races or in Canada events as races or like a great festival, uh, or you guys planning to do maybe in the future some festival or event? Is the two questions together?
um, well, yeah, we have one event. We've got a couple events here, and most of them are like the actual events themselves you can enter. They're all races. There's a trick aspect to them and maybe some clinics and stuff like that and some stuff set up otherwise. But I would love to see like more events with the racing, some bigger races. Um, Hopefully some more like more intense off-roading stuff.
Hmm.
The trails we have are awesome, and I have yet to be like to an official event. My first one will be this July.
Hmm.
But from what I hear, like we could have some chunkier courses, like compared to what we have in the States. Some more like downhill, some big drops, that type of stuff. And then if we can have the trick comps attached to those festivals, that would be
Hmm.
amazing. Because I really do think there's a place for both of them and the people for both of those type of events too.
Hmm.
So it'll keep growing. We've seen it the last couple of years. The events are getting bigger and there's more. And I think within the next like 5 years, we're gonna have some decent events that more people are traveling for.
Yeah, I think too. I think that it will be nice to have more events in your country. That way is going to bring more persons to the, not just for the event, but later on for you to have the contact, and that way that you can grow your community bigger and bigger. And other thing that I think is important for you guys is to make, when he's created the events, for you to show that maybe there is some small events for kids, and push for the ladies to come and support
Mhm.
the event. And of course, the most important, try to do something, and listen. When you go to a place and there is anyone who likes to try it, you are always open to show them how to do it, to improve themselves.
Mhm. Oh, sorry. Was that a question?
Yeah. When we win, wake up.
Oh, I zoned out.
No, my question is like this: when the people come to a place where you guys are riding, and she see you doing your tricks and everything, and they ask you, if they ask you how to do it, do you have the time to explain to them uh, uh, how everything is done? That way they can don't lose too much time.
Yeah. I always do my absolute best whenever I'm out, and get people on it. Hopefully that happens at events too. I hope I see some more people who like are new to the sport coming to these.
Hmm.
Um, but in general, yeah, I've got a lot of people on my board, like for the
Yeah.
first time.
And for you, when you are in these places that you see other riders, and you see one person doing some trick that you say, oh, that is interesting, you come to this person, or you don't ask nothing, and you go home and push a video and say, I have to see how that is done.
Uh, that's tough because I haven't been to any big events yet.
Or in
Now
the
I
rides
think,
together with other persons.
yeah, when I have like now that I have a little bit more confidence, I will try things. I'll allow people to coach me, and I know I'm really like searching for that. Honestly, like I'm asking questions. I'm trying to break things down and learn, and then go home and keep practicing. Before before this summer, honestly, I probably wouldn't speak up as much, but I'm really trying to push now. So
I
I
think it's
like it a lot.
important for you, believe me.
Yeah,
Do you have contacts with other lady riders?
yeah,
uh, do you
yeah.
contact
On
yourselves?
Yeah, like through Instagram and stuff like that. I'm trying to reach out to people and like just the basic stuff, like just supporting each other's
Hmm.
content. And when we see a
Hmm.
cool trick, messaging each other. I've asked some questions to some girls as well, and I know there's a couple of us right now who are really trying to learn rail slides too. So there's kind of
Okay.
like we're trying to support each other through that. I definitely think I've like branched out into the EUC female world a little bit more. I like actively am trying to talk to
Hmm.
more EUC riders just because they're like I don't know any of them, or anything about EUC still, so I'm trying to learn a lot. But for one wheel, like I have some people around, you know. If I want to talk to a girl and get some specific details and support and stuff like that, I have to reach out to other countries. Um, so it's all virtual, but you know.
I hope for you and for all the ladies out there in Canada. I hope that you are listening, and if you have the chance to try, I just want to say that is a fantastic sport. If you never try it, don't be afraid to try it. You're going to love it, and you're going to have a bless. And believe me, she is here. I think she's going to take care of you.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, I think I'm going to leave the Instagram from her for you to contact her, and maybe uh, create a ride, or no, maybe you can give it a try, and that way maybe you can come to this world. There is lots of second-hand machines. You don't need to start with a GT. You can start with a Pint. You can go for a XR, the old ones. Today we have with the classic, we have the prices are better now with the XRs, the old ones, but they are very good machines. Maybe you can start. But I always advise go to a group ride or go to a place where is lots of people. You can have the test ride like a AUC or one wheel or a skateboard. Doesn't matter. Try it before you buy it because it's expensive, and
Yes.
that way you have a way of choosing. I know lots of people. I don't know you, but I'm going to ask you. I know lots of people who buy stuff without testing, and they never use it, and was money they never going to receive it back. Do you ever see that happening?
Uh, Personally, I've only done it a couple times, but I take risks on used gear once in a while. So it's when you're hunting Facebook Marketplace all the time, you win some, you lose some, but it's been pretty good overall. I
So
definitely don't buy anything too expensive without trying it.
I think that is the best thing. But there is lots of people who do that. And sometimes I ask myself when the people say, no, so I bought that. And I said, do you ever try it? No, I never try it. But I found the video was so nice from a friend. And I say, I'm going to have it. And I say, man, try it before you buy something.
Oh,
So it was a pleasure to have you here.
thank you so
You
much.
are very nice. I hope that all your dreams come true with the world of PVs. I talk with you in private, you and your boyfriend. I hope that he comes maybe in August because now we are full. I already told you, but I think he's a big supporter for you, and you are a big supporter for him. I advise you guys to go there, and guys, ladies, boys, to go to the Instagram from
Yeah.
her and see what she's doing. She's always a very positive person, and it was a pleasure for me to invite you to come here. Of course, I would prefer to be Chrissy to take care of you, but doesn't matter. We are here. I think it was a good conversation, and take care of you. Enjoy it, and don't stop doing. I want to see more tricks, more stuff from you, and don't forget. Maybe you are opening a door for more lady riders from Canada, kids, and if they start to see your videos more and more, I think that is something that in the future lots of people like you told how I love to see love what's the name the girl from USA uh,
I
love
don't know.
uh, what's the name, love the one
Oh,
wheeler.
Kayla. Kayla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe the people can go and see most. Me, I'm a person who likes to see some riders from Europe, and I like to see some, and I follow them, and I love to see what they are doing. And I'm seeing a big evolution in the one wheel world, and I'm seeing a big evolution in the UC world. I think the future is going to be very, very big for all of us. And if you are there and you never try it, you are missing. This is like the best of the best, the creme of the la creme. So before we go, I always do like this. Uh, I leave you with the last message for the people who came here to see your live stream, and the last words is always for you. And I want to say to everybody, thank you so much. And I see you in the next live in 2 days, like we are doing 3 times in a week. And the last words is for you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Hello, Mom. I love you. Try a one wheel. Try an EUC. Message me. Let's get out there. Go outside. Ride your wheels.
Have some fun. Enjoy it. Guys, have a good day, a good ride. Like always, I always tell to everybody ride fast, but always be safe. Enjoy it. Have a good day.